When Sakura went into the Hokage's office with Sai, Kakashi and Ino were waiting there. Ino looked exhausted somehow. Ino, you're here too? Yeah, I had something I wanted to try, so I went to the communications office with Master Kakashi, but... Well, Ino said she wanted to try and see if we could contact Sasuke directly from here with her mind transmission jutsu. Kakashi replied from behind his desk. So we tried it, but didn't work, Ino said, shrugging her shoulders. Maybe we could have made it happen if we had a rough idea of where Sasuke is, but searching the whole world randomly definitely didn't work. I'm kinda beat. She stuck her tongue out. The mind transmission jutsu used by the Yamanaka clan required a fair bit of concentration, which made it hard to use for extended periods of time. Anyway, what are you two doing here? Kakashi asked. I wanted to talk to you, Sai replied. Oh? It's about the fake Sasuke. It might be the Anbu is involved. What? Kakashi's eyes grew narrow. Sakura told me, Sai continued, the fake Sasuke people are seeing doesn't just look like Sasuke. He even has Sasuke's chakra, right? According to Gaara, Sakura said chakra can be extracted from hair or skin. The chakra that the counterfeit Sasuke's cloaked in might have been created like that. Hair or skin, Kakashi murmured thoughtfully. That might indeed be the missing piece. No, it's just a theory, okay? Sakura panicked a little at Sai racing ahead of her. If that's how they did it, that still doesn't explain how a copy of Sasuke is strolling around without Sasuke knowing it. Well, a hypothesis is a hypothesis, Kakashi noted. So, how does the Anbu figure into it? My informant said something that's been bugging me. He said that people from Konoha Anbu were investigating the final valley and the bridge where Sasuke and Master Danzo fought right after the Great War. The Anbu were? Yes, he said that the Anbu were taking bits of dirt and stone from the place. What would be the point of taking those things like, oh? Halfway through her sentence, Ino understood. Sakura had a flash of insight at about the same time. Right, she said, half murmured. They wanted things from Sasuke. Exactly, Sai nodded slowly. It definitely would have been easy to find bits of Sasuke's hair or skin in that place, Kakashi said. And his blood, Sakura added in her heart. The final valley was where Sasuke and Naruto had fought so desperately to decide the last battle. They had each lost an arm in that fight. So there was no doubt that blood and tissue had been left behind there. And the bridge where Sasuke fought Danzo, just as with the final valley, it would have been possible to find Sasuke's hair or blood there. If it had been collected immediately after the Great Ninja War, there would have been a greater freshness to Sasuke's tissue. However, Kakashi noted, I'm no specialist, but wouldn't it take some serious work to separate out Sasuke's hair or skin or whatever from the rubble they brought back and then extract his chakra from it? I think it would be an overwhelming amount of work, Sakura said, but the Anbu had probably done that work. She tried to remember the final valley then. The fighting was over and Naruto and Sasuke were lying on top of the massive fallen statue. Sakura treated both of their arms while Kakashi watched over them, smiling. And then they left the valley with a sense of hope for the new era. The Anbu went down into that valley after Sakura and the others left. They scraped up dirt and picked up bits of rock, looking for traces of Sasuke. If that had actually happened, Sakura could only feel a sense of discomfort at how incomprehensible the work was. But what are the Anbu trying to accomplish by having a fake Sasuke seen all over the place? Ino said. I have no idea, but if this idea we're talking about here is right, and they did make a fake Sasuke, then Master Kakashi. Sai turned towards Kakashi. This might explain the fact that the men who attacked me were cloaked in tail beast chakra. So you're saying that the Anbu are collecting tissue and the like from Jinchuriki and getting the chakra of tailed beasts from that? Don't you think it's a possibility? Both cases share the fact that the attackers were cloaked in another chakra. The man who's always with Kido, Maguire, he's a medical ninja. It's not inconceivable for him to be researching this sort of technique on Kido's orders. But wait a minute. Don't leave us out of this, Ino interjected. Sakura was also confused. She couldn't exactly see where they were going with this conversation. What are you talking about? Tailed beast chakra? Oh, I'm sorry. How can I explain it? Kakashi scratched his head before clapping his hands together. Oh, well, anyway, the three of you are on the same team now. What? Huh? While Sakura and Ino were baffled, Sai merely noted calmly. It's certainly very likely we're chasing the same enemy, in which case it might be better to share information and work as a team. Enemy? Sakura parroted. Sumiki Kido from the Anbu, Sai said, and Maguire, I'm targeting them now. In investigating the attacks on the daimyo and his advisor, Sai and Kakashi had landed on these two as likely suspects. There was a very real possibility that the attacks had been scripted and performed by the Anbu with the aim of obtaining a budget increase. While he was looking into this, Sai had been targeted for assassination, and the assassins had been cloaked in tailed beast chakra. Tailed beast chakra, Sakura murmured. So then, Ino said, Kido and his gang maybe collected Naruto's tissue in the final valley too, and they extracted the chakra of the nine tails from that. But the chakra cloaking the men who attacked me only had one tail. Maybe the number of tails doesn't matter, Sakura said. I mean, when Naruto was getting his tails at first, he had a different number of them at the different stages of seal removal. Oh, this is good. The way you're talking like this. This team's pretty impromptu, but it looks like it's going to work out well, Kakashi said, a casual remark that seemed out of place. Please don't tease us, Master, Ino said. Yes, don't, Sai chimed in. However impromptu this team might be, Sakura and I were originally on the same team, and I'm completely comfortable with having Ino join in. Right, Ino? At her name, Ino's face turned red. Right, easy win here. Knowing how Ino felt about Sai, Sakura giggled lightly. No, I'm sorry for teasing you. To be honest, I'd like to join you myself. Get out of here and run around. But ever since this thing popped up in my head, it's not so easy for me to just take off like that, Kakashi said, patting the Hokage hat. Then his face stiffened. Of course, we should be going after Kido and Madara as suspects, but I've generally allowed the Anbu to operate under their own judgment. So part of the responsibility for all this definitely lies with me. And for that, I have to apologize to you. Sakura and the others stared at Kakashi as he continued. I intend to immediately review the Anbu organization. All the energy I want to use out there with you, I'll use to rack my brain on that. So you three take care of Kido and Madara. We will, the younger ninja replied in unison.